Hi, you guys. This is Misty. Welcome back to the Oracle Evolution. Thank you very much for visiting my channel. If for today, what I'm going to do is different yet again. So if you watched the last video where I did just like a quick reading, you saw that I was doing that like I was at work. Well, a little bit after the video, um, I don't even really know how to get into it, but it was kind of like I had, I think some people call it like a spiritual download or something like this. And I just started to write, and it was just something that I had to get out. That's kind of how it came to me. It was just some things that had to come out. And I know that it's something that I have to share. And it actually has something to do with a comment that was made where the concern was that in the video from December, about the December preview, that I was making it seem like it was just that easy to manifest, right? Like it's not, and the concern was that it was a little bit frustrating that I made manifesting sound so easy. And the only thing that I can really say to that is if I made it sound like it is just that easy, it's because in a sense, and you may not want to hear this, in a sense, it really is. Okay. And I'm going to get into that right now. But let me preface this by saying I'm not going to pretend that I don't ever have issues with manifesting, that I don't ever have blockages. There are times that I manifest things super duper duper easy, and I'm going to share that with you. And then there are times where I feel like, oh, I just, I may go through a phase where I feel like, things just aren't working out for me. And I do notice when, kind of what happens when I'm manifesting things really quickly, really easily versus when I'm not. And what I want to do is I want to share the differences with you. And it's going to start with me sharing about that particular day with this very last video where I was at work, what was manifested. Okay. So basically, I did the video at work and I wanted to go ahead and upload that same video. I'm just like, let me go ahead and upload it. No edits or anything. Let's just go ahead and get this uploaded so that I have a video. The problem is that I had my charger, like the cord, but I didn't have a box. And so I really needed the fast charging box because what I noticed was, the video, like I'm watching this video upload and I'm getting worried. I'm starting to feel like this sense of worry because I'm like, I know that I'm supposed to post this video. I'm supposed to upload it. But then I became concerned, like, well, am I going to get it posted is it going to upload in time? Or is this just going to die? And then, it's going to take even longer because I'll have to wait until I get home. Because for anyone that ever has tried to upload videos onto YouTube, they can take hours. Like they a lot of the times they can take hours to upload. And I'm watching this video, the last video, I'm watching it upload and it got down to, the phone was down to 8% battery life. And it said it was only 27% of the way uploaded with 2 hours remaining to finish the upload. So yeah, that wasn't looking like it was going to happen, right? And that's like what, 8272, 8272. But anyways, so that's looking like, okay, it's not happening, but it's like, I'm saying, okay, well, this video, like, I just know it's supposed to post. I know I'm supposed to go ahead and do this now. I asked several people if they had their box set up. If they did, if I could borrow it. Nothing. I didn't get, I wasn't able to get that box. And that phone is really starting to die. And I'm looking at my notes. Like if I look to the side, because I'm telling you, I just started writing things down. So what I ended up doing was, I could kind of feel those cues where I'm starting to feel a little bit anxious. And I automatically knew I just had to let that go. And that's what I did. I let it go. And I said, God, if this video is supposed to post, either it's going to make it before that phone dies, or or I'm going to be able to get, the box that I need so that I can charge the phone, because I needed to have the fast charging box to make sure that it didn't die. And that's just what I did. So for some reason, I decided to open up a drawer because I was looking for, I made a mistake on a piece of paper, and I was looking for, like, is there some whiteout or something like that that I can use? Because it wasn't, my space. It was someone else's space, right? I open up the drawer and lo and behold, there's the whiteout. But there's also a fast charging box and the actual cord for the phone that I use. Okay. So both of those, the charger and the box, all in one, just right there, just wrapped up, literally wrapped up in the drawer right next to the whiteout that I was looking for. And I kind of smiled a little bit, did some giggling, and I just said, thank you, God. That was it. That's what I did. And I said, you always come through, because he does. And, again, guys, when I'm saying God, that's my preference. That's what I say. Some people, like I don't feel like it's really necessary for me to repeatedly say, like, for you, it could be universe, it could be spirit, it could be, whatever it is that you believe in. Because at the end of the day, it's really still all the same thing. Okay. And so there was that. And I was actually in a classroom, and, I had 3 classes that I had to teach for that day. And I had looked at the roster, and the numbers were like, the first class had 10 people. The second class had 18 students, and the last class had 27 students. And I'm like, looking at the one, I'm like, the 18 is like, okay, that's manageable. And then the class with the 27, and I just stopped and I just said, oh God, please, if there's any way, because I was just kind of in one of those moods where I was just like, please let there not be 27 students that show up to this class today. Okay. And, that's just kind of what I was thinking. I was not in the mood that day. And so, funny, but the class of 10, there were 8 students that showed up. The class of 18, there were 17 students that showed up. And the class of 27 students, 14 students showed up. And all I said was, God, please, I said, God, please, I'm not in the mood. Can I please have less students for that last class? That's all I said. Honestly, I promise you. And at the end of the day, when only 14 students showed up, I just said, all I could do was laugh. And I just said, thank you, God. Thank you. You always come through. I love you. That's it. That's all. That was it. So, I made that request. And I said, thank you. And so, okay, well, why am I telling you this? Because I know, like, for some of you guys, that's not going to sound like much when it comes to, manifesting. If we're talking about manifesting, like, oh, you just got lucky. That's what some people think it is. Like, oh, that's just dumb luck, or, oh, you just got lucky. But if we are believing in the narrative that we were taught, that things like that happen are just luck, dumb luck, then we don't really believe in the power of manifesting. Because think about it. What did I do? I had I made a request. I made a request. I verbalized that request. I knew that it was going to happen and I let it go. I trusted that it was going to happen and I let it go. And it happened and I showed gratitude. What is that called? Really? I mean, so that's just kind of the thing I need you guys to understand. Like, we have to get out of that narrative, like, that those types of things, it's just dumb luck or it's just lucky or, just a coincidence, because that type of narrative is what takes, like, we are taking away our own power because we're thinking, like, who gets lucky? Who gets lucky? Only a select few of people get lucky, right? Which means if they are getting lucky, I'm not getting lucky. And it's not true. It's not true. When, we talk about people who just have dumb luck, and they talk about, like whatever they got, like they just say, I knew this was going to happen. They had a thought, they spoke a word, and they had a belief that it was going to happen, and it happened. That's manifesting. That is not luck, you guys. We have to get out of that. And again, believing in like things are just being lucky or a coincidence means that we're not believing in our power to manifest. We have to get out of that. So it can, and I know it can seem like it's difficult to manifest big things, because what I manifested they were really small, right? Um, and so when we don't believe in our own power to manifest things, whether it's something small or something big, if we don't believe in our own power to manifest, then when it is time to manifest something that is greater, that is bigger, and we don't believe in manifesting, it's going to be really difficult to manifest those big goals, those big dreams, those big desires that we have. If you're struggling to manifest, if that's you, then perhaps we need to change our mindset about what manifesting is and, who manifesting is for, because it's for everyone. When you have a small need, a small want, a small desire, something like, oh, I could really use 50 cents for this vending machine, if you're lucky to find one that's that cheap, right? And that 50 cents magically appears. That's not magic. You asked for it and you received it. And the only thing left is to follow that up with showing gratitude for receiving it, not chalking it up to dumb luck, right? But giving credit where credit is due. It is from God, it is from Spirit, it is from the universe. Because God told you, ask, and you shall receive. Now, I know, like, thinking back to the charger, right? To that box, you might be thinking, well, girl, that box was already there. And my response for that is, yeah, it was. Just like exactly what it is that you're trying to manifest for yourself, it's already there. It is already yours. It's already yours. It's already there. And just like I had to just open up that drawer and see it, like, oh, there it is, waiting for me. What you're trying to manifest is waiting for you. It's the exact same thing, you guys. It really is. It's already yours. It was already promised to you. And it's waiting for you. And it is that easy. And you guys, like, I don't know, I'm just thinking about, I've been seeing some classes about manifesting, like, oh, let me teach you how to manifest, or, whatever. If you're going through like lessons or, something like that, and it feels like, okay, well, it's still not working for me, then perhaps It's not about you knowing or not knowing the steps of how to manifest. Perhaps you have to work on whatever those blocks are that are blocking you from truly believing in your own power to manifest, believing in the fact that you deserve it just because. Not because you're special, not because you're rich, not because you're beautiful, not because of anything, but just simply because. Because you are who you are. You deserve it. It was promised to you, and it's already yours. So there might be a block that is keeping you from truly believing in your own power and in your own worthiness. And so I would encourage you to perhaps find something or someone that's going to help you work through that. And when you work through whatever that block is or whatever those blocks are, because we all have come into this world with, different obstacles that we were signed up to encounter and to face, right? And so, and for everyone, it's different. Some of us have more traumas, more blocks, more obstacles than others. But at the end of the day, if you're wanting to truly manifest the life that, we see people living like, where they say, oh, well, I just manifested this. Well, yeah, because they've worked through their blocks, right? And perhaps we might need to work through some more of ours. And that's okay, because whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest, whatever, it's already there. And it's already yours, and it's already waiting for you to get through whatever the blocks are that you have that, are, keeping you from actually grabbing that, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest. So the other part of it, and I was kind of hesitating on, do I want to share it or do I not? And I don't know if it's all a part of this same message. And it might sound a little bit biblical in nature or a little bit religious, but I assure you that that's not the intent, and that's really not what it is. But there were some words that were just kind of popping up in my head as I was thinking about the manifesting. Okay. So the doubt, that spirit of doubt, what popped up in my head was sin, that it was sinful. And when that popped in my head, it's not the type of sin or sinfulness that we're taught about, from the Bible, like where you're morally wrong or, morally inept or, inadequate or, whatever that is. But going back to that true meaning of the word sin, the original meaning, the archaic meaning, which is simply to miss the mark. And that had to do with, like I said, the spirit of doubt, or with that self-doubt. And the other thing that came up was repent, and not like you're whipping yourself, right? Like we were, you may have read about or saw in a movie or, whatever, when they're talking about repenting, but the original archaic meaning of just to be sorry. Okay? Because when you're sorry, well, let's break this down. When you miss the mark to something, that means that you have an opportunity to try again. You aim again and you fire again. And if you miss the mark that next time, you're probably closer than you were the first time. So you aim again, you make your adjustments, you aim again, and you fire again. And you do that until you hit that bullseye, right? That's all. You miss the mark. So what adjustments can you make so that you can now hit the mark? That's it. And that's what, when we're talking about manifesting, perhaps you've been missing the mark, and that's okay. Let's make adjustments. So you have to figure out and fine tune, what adjustments do you need to make? Aim again, fire again. You're going to get closer until you hit that bullseye. And part of that, when you're making your adjustments and you're ready to aim and you are repenting, so to speak, you own that. Okay, so you're sorry. Okay, whatever. Let's move on from that. But just own that you missed the mark, make your corrections, forgive yourself or forgive it, whatever it is, and just do it again. Use your words. You're trying to manifest something, use your words. Whether it is you're verbalizing it, you're speaking it, or you're writing it, you're thinking it, because those words are very powerful, you guys. Use your words. And if you're struggling with those words, you have to fight fire with fire. And by that, what I mean is, if you have a negative thought, you're going to counteract it with a positive thought, a thought and a thought. You can't have a positive thought and then have a negative action. You can't have a negative thought about what you're wanting to manifest, but then act in a positive way. Something's not matching here. You have to fix, if you're having a negative thought about what it is that you want to manifest, you have to make those adjustments. And you have to, if yourself is saying it's not going to happen for you, that's only for lucky people, then you need to turn around and say, self, excuse you, but I am a lucky person. It is going to happen for me. There's no reason that it will not happen for me. It was promised to me. It is already mine. Whatever you have to do. But you have to counteract that. Don't just let those negative thoughts linger, you guys, okay? And just remember, ask and you shall receive. Period. So anyways, there was more to it, but I'm just going to leave it there. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I don't know exactly who that was for, but it really feels like it's for several people, several of us. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for being here with me, Misty, with the Oracle Evolution. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and please share this video if it resonated with you, and even if it didn't. Okay, but thanks again, you guys, and you have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.